back to Brave's Toy Review. I am your host, Brave, and today we're taking a look at the Max Factory Figma number 274 Motoko Kusanagi. This is the new movie version of the Ghost in the Shell, the new movie, which is based around like the whole Arise deal. It's like a retelling of the original Ghost in the Shell anime and manga that we know and love. There is a bit of speculation as to whether this new series is as good as the original. I've watched it and I like it a lot. Okay, so the Figma itself, and when I do Figma, for those who are not familiar with my review, it's not so much of a actual like critical review because I'm a big fan of Figma and I am biased, so it's hard for me to get it wrong unless it's just totally terrible, right? So it's more of an overview of the figure. So let's get her out the packaging and take a look at her. Yeah. Accessory wise, she comes with quite a bit. She has two faces, two different hair pieces, one with her visor up, one with her visor down. She comes with her assault rifle, a sidearm, which is pretty well detailed in itself. Of course, the directions for how to I guess position the figure on its stand, and it also displays everything it comes with and the different things you can do with the articulated joints. She comes with four sets of interchangeable hands, and of course her Figma stand and baggie, as well as one interchangeable pin for her for her wrist. Okay, so taking a look at her, right? Figma really, and I'm always going to brag on Figma. They really capture the appeal of Motoko from the movie. Like her, and in this one, I think I actually prefer to the original. Not that the original was bad. Their first run, Figma 237. This one just looks more like the character. It looks more like the actual movie figure. A quick comparison of the two side by side, you can see that this one is it's a little sharper on the bangs, and it just really looks like the character from the movie. This is how Motoko looks in the movie as well as the animated version. The series. On this one, the hair is, and this is just an example because the hair is flowing in that, but still the bangs are slightly puffier, so it gives it. I think it's more of a manga look on that, and I could be wrong, but that's just my opinion. But on this one, definitely it really captures the appeal and the visual of the actual character. So let's take a closer look at her weapons. All right, so this is her sidearm. It's really tiny, but the detail is really fine on this piece. All right, so you got a black trigger there on a silver bodied weapon with brown painted here on the pistol grip, and a dash of brown right here at the base of the magazine, and that really looks good, dude. Check that out. For it to be such a small weapon, it's really detailed finely. That's pretty cool. And then of course you have her assault rifle. I don't know what the hell the nomenclature is for this weapon, but she has it, and it's not as paint rich as the other, or not as bright in ways. You have this gunmetal here, and then this deep black here, or smoke gray. I think it's a black, but the line work in it is really nice. No other paint on it, but that's fine because it captures what we see in the movie just fine. So I'm a fan of that. I like it. Now she comes with again multiple hands to hold those weapons. Let's go through a quick interchange on them. To change the hands out, you just pop it off of these stems here. Be careful because and that's why she comes with a replacement one. Usually on the female figures, they're pretty small. Their stems for the interchangeable hands are pretty tiny, so you got to really be careful so you don't break them going in. Luckily, they don't make it so that you have to push it on too tough to get it in. And then be careful, of course, with the hand pieces because they're so small. The detail work of the hand is really nice, though. You can see the knuckles on the tactical gloves that she's wearing. There we go. That's pretty cool. So we got our open hands. Her semi-closed fists, which as far as I can tell, don't really hold either of the weapons. They're round enough to fit something in there, but nothing that comes with her. All right, and then you have two pistol holding. You have two sets of hands for holding her weapons. Each hand is positioned one for holding the actual weapon. In this case, the rifle, and then holding the front portion of the rifle here. So you can, I guess you could, so you could secure it more like in a realistic pose or whatever the case is. And it's pretty cool because it fits on just right. It's nice and snug. However, the thumb portion on the inside, if you look at it, it doesn't quite go all the way in, and I'm okay with that because I wouldn't want to bend it. It kind of just sits in just right, so it gives you enough clearance to fit in there, but then get a crossbody stance as she's holding the weapon. So that's pretty cool with that one. And then here with the second set, you can see that it holds the pistol. I didn't force mine through the trigger. It's you have to kind of stretch the finger just a little bit to get it to go in through that pistol, through that trigger portion there. And I'm so iffy when it comes to the Figma. Like I just don't want to. I don't want to. I'm very delicate when it comes to the Figma stuff. I don't really want to force it, right? But it is positioned whereas she can cup the bottom of the pistol grip on this side, and then but with the other hand firmly holding the pistol. So that's pretty cool too. And of course, Figma doesn't leave you much room to guess as to which hand is going where and what hand you can put it on. Right? They set it all up for you, so you just kind of go with what you got. All right, taking a look at her face sculpt, which is more of a face paint. All right, typical animation fashion, typical Figma fashion, cute little button news. And then she's got pretty. This is the expression she comes with out of box. It's a straight face expression. The eye coloring is quite beautiful with the blue here and then the white and blues and blacks there in the eye. It really brings the eyes to life. To change her face out with one of her other ones, you just kind of split it there, like as in typical Figma fashion, and then you pull that front face off. We'll go into her smirky look. Put that back on there, and then you push that back on there, and there we have a more light-hearted Motoko as she's thinking about the good parts of her day and what she's going to do with tomorrow, and maybe that guy in her life that she just wants to spend a little more time with because he makes her smile. Yeah, I have a bright imagination. And then we have her, I asked you for a frappe latte. Instead, you brought me some frozen coffee from Quick Trip. Look. So she has a clearly apparent grimace on her face, eyebrows bent in, the little line work there. It really, really captures an animated style. It looks like it came straight off of your screen. I really dig that. So you have a little grit there, and I like the black line outline the mouth and then the teeth there, and of course it really captures her eyes well there. So that's really a great look. Now let's look at her visor right quick. Here she's with her visor up, non-tactical, getting ready, just making the plans of what she's going to do, who she's going to kick a door in on, and destroy, kill, defeat. And here you can see, if you look very closely, they have the rivets there. As per the animated movie, it looks really good. They really capture it. And then let's get a shot of them down. And then that's her with them down. Now on mine, you have a little bit of a dip there, and I don't think that's supposed to be like that. It's not so serious that it throws me off, but I did notice it, so I pointed out. I'm not sure if you'll get that on yours, but I do see it on mine. If you look at the one with the visor up, that's not represented there, so I'm not sure what's up with that. But it does fit over the face rather well. You can't see the line, of course, but I mean, it's not gonna go all the way in without the line. I mean, come on, let's be realistic. But it fits very well over the face. So it doesn't poke out or anything like that. It looks really good. And so now she's ready to go full on tactical. All right, taking a look at her overall costume. It's done very well. It really captures, again, it captures the movie version and her tactical suit very well. On the back of her neck here, you can see the cyborg ports there. Yeah, and then you got these little silver bits. There's not much paint on here, but where the paint is, it really complements the rest of the suit. It's just a flat black. The line work on the suit is really nice, and then the muscle tone that's sculpted and looks really amazing. So you have these two bits here, and then you have some spots here, here, and here. And if you lift up her upper body, you can under her breast area, you can see these two here on her abdomen with a little bit of gray on the belt there and on the leg holster straps there. Now, some of her joints are actually gray as well, like here in the wrist and in the forearm. But these here are actually black. It looks kind of gray under the light, but it's actually black. And then you got a little bit of red here on the heel. And I dig that. I really like that. It really stands out well. Unlike most Figma, there is no toe articulation on here because of the fact that she is in the heel, I would assume, and that would kind of be a little bit hard to do that. The articulation is really good on this one. You can get crossbody poses if you really put in a little bit of work, and that's an improvement over the last one, whereas you really couldn't because of the way the jacket was sculpted. These pieces right here that stick off are a soft rubber, so you don't have to worry about it snapping off or anything like that. You have a telescoping bit here. Well, it's more of a tug of war type deal where you can rock side to side with the shoulder pieces to really extend that shoulder bit when you want to get a really tight crossbody arm movement there. Then of course you got the standard Figma joints here, here, there, and there. On the legs, something I want to point out. Now she's got the standard. What's that? I guess you could call it like a barbell or a I guess you call it like a barbell joint because it goes across and then they have two balls on each side which pop into the legs, which are actually cups on the inside of these thigh pieces there to give them a swivel. Because of this strap here on the holster, you don't get as much a range of articulation here in the hip area on that left leg as you would on the right one, and that's okay. It's not really a big problem there. You've got freedom of movement here in the lower abdomen area, and this is a soft plastic in itself. Now, this keeps popping off. I'm going to point that out on mine. This keeps popping off. It's not really a big problem because it pops right back on, but if you notice here, because we have to work it back on, so I've got like a little split there in the plastic of I guess you would call it the panty piece. I don't know what you would call it. The abdomen area looks really cool. I love that sculpt. The breasts on this one are kind of small, so that way you can actually maneuver the arms across the chest like that and really get some great dynamic poses in on her. I've seen some people in the I love this shoulder articulation on it. I've seen some people in different Figma groups that I'm in on Facebook point out or make the comment that her body is from the Figma Gantz body. But that's not quite correct. It might be very similar, but it's actually not. Here, let me show you something. So here she is next to my Gantz Figma. This is a SP005 Gantz 26. And you can just see the differences in the costume. They're actually totally different. I mean, yeah, it's black with little bulb things on it, so you would think that it's similar, but it's actually totally different. You can see here in the legs and everything like that. It's a totally different figure. So I would take it out for you, motherfucker, so you can see it side by side, but I'm not opening this bit because it's pretty pricey. It's pretty valuable, so I'm not going to open that piece. Okay. So final thoughts on this one. It's definitely a great improvement as far as the articulation and posability. However, I like them each specifically for their own reasons. This one, this older version, it's not really old, don't get me wrong. This first version feels a little more durable. It's just a little tougher. This one feels a little more fragile. Not that it feels cheap or anything like that, don't get me wrong, but I feel like I can handle this one a little bit more and not have to worry about anything popping off or anything like that, which this leg does have a tendency to pop off as well. That's just a Figma thing, I think. I'm not sure. But I don't feel as if I had to be so delicate or handle it with such kid gloves. And it comes with extra breasts. I mean, you can't beat something that comes with extra breasts, right? You never get enough breasts. But I do love the look of this one. It really matches the movie. Whereas this one matches the animation of the series quite closely. It's just something with the bangs, but even there, it's not terribly off. So it's not really a criticism of this one to say that this one is a bit tougher. I just happen to like to be able to deal with the figures and pose them around without feeling like it's gonna pop a break or anything like that. So having said that, they're both great figures. So if you don't have either, go and get them. This one you have to backtrack to get. This one is a current release, so you can pick her up rather quickly. I got her from Amy on line. There we go, where you can get yours as well. There are a few outlets to go through. I typically don't like buying my Figma and imported stuff from BBTS and stateside sellers because it's just a bit more expensive. So check out Mandrake, check out Hobby Link Japan, check out Amy. I think it's Amy. Mandrake, I think I said that. Nippon. I'm gonna put a lot of links in the comments. Don't worry about it. Hey, if you like the review, please leave your comments in the comments below. If you hate the review, hey, please leave your comments in the comment below. Hey, no matter what, hit subscribe, hit like, hit share. Until next time, I'm your host, Brave's Toy Review. This is Figma 274 Motoko Kusanagi. Out of here with special appearances by, of course, Sonico. All right, I'm out of here.